Customers come in through these gates here where we process sometimes up to 200 transactions a day. Customers, vehicles of all sizes, people on bicycles with baskets up to huge semis. And it's a constantly morphing arena in which we're working in back here. The markets can affect the types of materials that are purchased or the volume of material that comes in, and so we have to react to that on the fly and help educate customers along the way.
I started working with Mike and Rivergate in 2013. They had already been working on stormwater compliance, but they felt like they had some opportunities to get a little bit better, and I was able to help with some of the regulatory required elements, and Mike was able to innovate and start trying new things with stormwater harvesting or some new ways of doing filtration.
This is the culprit. This is the silt that would collect at the bottom end of the site around the catch basins, and everything slopes toward one point, and we use the hay bales so that it keeps all the silts up on the surface, slows the water down entering the system. We're able to sweep it into little piles, collect it up in boxes, and put it in our waste stream for the landfill. And it's doing a much better job of keeping our drain system clean, our stormwater settling ponds clean, and our filter media lasting longer.
One of the things that's helped us work together well is that you taught me about the scrap industry while I've taught you about stormwater. So we've been able to educate each other about our various worlds.
I'm always looking forward to Sarah coming in. Most of the time I'm looking forward to surprising her with something new that I've tried, because sometimes she'll say, yeah, that's not a bad idea, and sometimes she'll say, well, you know, you might want to just do this instead. So, you know, in the early, fortunately lately you haven't said that much, but in the early days she did say it a time or two.
But it is not uncommon for me to come on site and for Mike to say, I have an idea about how we could fix things or how we could improve X, Y, or Z thing. You've often had a sketch prepared, yeah, or something where you've detailed out you know, what could change or what could improve.
We knew we were going to have to maintain stormwater and not get anything to the slough. Authorities come in and they treat us like we were criminals or something, like we were here to pollute. And we were fortunate to have one who came through Bureau of Environmental Services, Reuben Snyder, and he came in and he had a very educational manner about him. And he was, I would think, instrumental in helping us get a better understanding of where we needed to be without making us feel like it's unsurmountable. Because I look at the volume and I think, well, how are you supposed to contain all this? But, you know, there is a way. And the benefit is we wanted that water because buying it is very expensive. So this is our first collection for a reuse pond. We call it Pond 2, Pond 1 being the one that actually collects the stormwater. From that pond, we'll pump up into Pond 2, and this water goes to the shredder all the time the shredder's running, and then keep our mill cool. Then it became possibly feasible that, hey, you know what, maybe we can actually become a zero discharge facility if we continue to upsize our collection and process through the shredder.
One of the things we're working on the Rivergate site is zero discharge, and so they're in the process of implementing a third pond on site to increase their stormwater harvesting capabilities.
So I collect the data on the rainfall each storm year and 100-year storm events, and we've had 2 in that last stormwater year. The blue being the rainfall and the red being the discharge. And this year, that would have been a 0 if we'd have completed Pond 3 in time.
That is above and beyond compliant. They are set up well in the years going forward, even if the permits change or if the benchmarks get more stringent. So they're looking forward to when they can be a zero discharge site.
Little by little over the years, we just see not only different animals, but more frequently seeing animals moving back in and see people kayaking on the slough. So we can see over time that that slough has improved, and that we hope that we've been part of that improvement.